Oh, thank you. Orientation is locked. Oh, really? How about I fucking tell you what you fucking idiots that do that? What happens to you? Do you know what the police do? Well, you're not the fucking police. And here's what I'll say. I'm not the fucking police. I'm the fucking thing you're not. Now, I want to show you something. This fucking stupid ass goddamn piece of shit won't fucking work. And I apologize. I don't swear I just started playing video games. And not anymore. But I still swear a little bit. Only because I know who Gordon Ramsay is. And if you lie about this and you're not goddamn fucking showing me the right information, I will legitimately and utterly and do this for your like of that word. Slit your nitnat with the network address translation, goddamn fucking slitism. Now, where the hell? I don't give a shit about the orientation, fucking asshole. This is my fucking phone. No, I don't want to fucking use a green screen. Access to photos. No, keep current selection, dumbass. This is pissing me off. Start a poll. See, this is bullshit. It's fucking illegal. They're done. Okay, well, what the fuck, man? I just wanted to turn my fucking phone sideways. Fuck you, we're fucking live. Apparently not, wasn't. No, I was definitely, so. But if I had to fucking tell you the level of fucking bullshit of goddamn fucking shit-ass fucking Kodak shit that they like to put on here, and all their fuck faces of goddamn fuckism, what I'll tell you is, quite fucking frankly, down your, well, fucking, your legality of fucking bullshit. And it's funny, they say, well, it sounds a lot like you're saying something else. And I say, well, sir, it's actually not. It's illegality. But we're going to continue, and I'm going to, again, talk a little bit more about how stupid it is. Do you know that I was literally on my other thing, and I clicked the button to press literally to go here to switch around my camera. They automatically started switching my camera when I switched it a certain way. And the level of bullshit that's going on and, what people have been doing in my life here in Kansas City, and the fact that I've made so much goddamn fucking shit fucking money, and then the level of corruption that's going on here is unbelievable. But who the fuck you think has control of it all? It's not that I have control, of the corruption, but I have control of the goddamn fucking military and the markets. And so you'll find out that it's funny because, when you're a fucking idiot and you're so goddamn fucking illegal, what I'll say is you end up, well, in a certain type of position. And it's ironic. I can't believe the level of bullshit that people are, And it's interesting, I find it fascinating because when you click buttons and you do it a little bit more aggressively, and then you start to think, well, there is the truth that, as far as specifically with, the world, it's like a button press of a laughter, of a love life, of the thing that people have been stealing from you for a long fucking time, of like goddamn 10 fucking years. And then when you find out that your dad is actually really like a hardworking servant for 35 years in literally this city, and you are a fucking casino level shitbag of a goddamn fucking nearly ass president, and then I do respect you and you are a nice person. But at the same time, I'm talking about fucking Harrah's and your legal bullshit. You'll find, my friends, that the legal system doesn't mean shit. Do you know that? Because it doesn't mean shit to you, does it? But at the end of the day, what really means shit is who actually has the fucking ethics. And why the fuck did I leave Geico? Because they fucking broke policy. They did a good job, but they fucking broke policy. That's why I left. She wanted to call it philosophy. And it's funny because I just find it ironic that I have to do this with an American flag hat on. I switched hats. You remember my hat I was wearing? It's funny, isn't it? You're just kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Totally. I agree. Exactly. But yeah, that's. But it just makes me laugh that the world is just like a spitting color of. It's like one of those vast arrays of a light spectrum. Do you know what that's like? You click open the thing on Photoshop. You click a thing, and it's a hex. Well, what I said is, did you see that I has hexed somebody a couple days ago? Did you see that tweet? Or was that one you stole from me and fucking deleted? And last time I checked, if you excuse me, steal another fucking dime from my website, and you keep fucking with my technology illegally, unless you're a part of the goddamn fucking military. Well, frankly, my friend, what you'll find is that the police department, excuse me. And I said, back the fuck down. That's what we're going to call it. And then when you don't really have a goddamn fucking idea about how the world works, and then we have 300,000 fucking troops fighting kind of in tandem with fucking Iran in a little bit. Potentially, goddamn. Of a fucking consideration, you fucking shit fuck. Oh, that's right, China. Well, excuse me. I like to say words because there are words and then there are these places that they like to say. Well, do you want to know about that, buddy? I'll show you. The truth is, do you know what you like to do to people? Why do doctors turn themselves in St. Louis? Well, ironically, what does the Special Olympics do? Justin Flip of what? What do you do over there in Honey Badger of a fucking, Boeing, you're next. Of a fucking annex of God, nope, not annex. Who runs it? Who knows how it always, who's always telling you where the markets are going? What the fuck does it matter if he's getting pissed? Who fucking cares? What you don't know is that when I'm really like a backed up version with McDonald's, you realize that McDonald's employs more people than the U.S. military. And then it's funny because you can think whatever you think, but I didn't even really shave this week, didn't get my hair cut yet. And the irony is, the irony. I'm in the center of the fucking country. And then if I have to show you who I'm related to, who I just, again and again, of an own variety, of a last ditch like a what? Of evil. Well, who was the first governor of the continent? It was none other than William Bradford. And the irony is, people are always like, we don't believe that. And then what I'll tell you is, I don't personally give a fuck what you believe. Because you don't believe in history. But I believe in God. And here's the funny thing. The irony is, I'm just on a webcam. And when I tell you that they don't have any authority over here, they do not. Because I'm allowed to do this. It's called freedom of speech. And when I'm wearing an American flag hat with the military, and there's like a level of a zone of like them always flying over in tandem to my life and all the illegal things that, let's just say I do things how I work. They do things how they do. But when you're a very loyal man, because it's me, that's a Montague. What you realize is that the irony of a closing door or a revolving one is that for you evil people, that other one is shut. When I tell you you can't steal this content because it's live, it becomes something a little bit more for you that have stolen. It changes. It doesn't shift from live. It shifts to one fucking thing. Live. Can you do it? Can you not? That is what it is for you. If you stole, it's called the live of the what? And no, not like the fucking that. Because at this point, I don't know the fuck. Well, frankly, let's just say many of you are on very fucking thin ice, and it's freezing. And last time I checked, relationships are built on a few things. Level of consistency patterns that you don't fucking know about. Like a fucking shit ass fucking 37, 88, 76, 72, 35. Can you fucking do that shit? Down 27, 36, 74. Well, who's the fucking that? That's right, G-O-double-G of God. Of goddamn 74, your ass. You're fucking 47 ass. This is not 4-7, it's fucking 4-8. Down goddamn what? Your birthday tomorrow, 4-9. Potentially. Down what? Down a pen of a pat. But the irony is, it's not about anybody. It's about a possibility of what you understand, not of a 30 what. Okay? So there's a high potential that the level of shit and who that's directed at isn't fucking Harvard. But it's a point that needs to be fucking made. And when I hedged in say that I was joking, because that's not what it fucking means, you should be thankful. Do you understand that? And you know who you fucking are. Understand that. And now when I say that, God damn it, he's a fucking genius, because goddamn down a 4.8 of a 4.9 is like a goddamn fucking converted hash of your fucking brain doesn't know about the goddamn 4.9, do you? Or do you? It's like, really? And then it's like, yeah, really? Fucking holy shit. And then I'm kind of like, how long have you been doing that? And then when it starts to click in, because when you lower the level, people start to think. And then it's just ironic. But I won't go into it anymore. Because if I had to tell you all the details and all the things you won't tell me about myself that are not really fucking, well, the truth. Because who the fucking content is what. When PNC steals bank statements, the military sometimes just needs fucking orders. And that's where I say that, excuse me, gentlemen. I was talking to General Flynn the other day. And I'm not trying to create issues here. I'm saying, unfortunately, that gentleman, Elon Musk, originally created issues with me. But I initially, and have started to initiate a level of agreeance. Okay? But the issue is still with Zuckerberg, which I don't know if you knew about. But again, I don't really just want to go in all the time and explain everything like that. But when you go on your computer, because you're trying to post something like this, you know, you go to Facebook and you're trying to post. Like I had a House of Cards page that had 25,000 likes. Kevin Spacey told me, 3 months ago, because it was House of Cards. And he says, oh, representation. You wonder why that's been in his bio for fucking 2 years or 10 years. Me. But that's the fucking the fact. And then when your own goddamn fucking shit fuck of a fucking boss can't even fucking help you for a little bit because you're a legal assistant. And then who the fuck do you think you help get out of a fucking situation? And then the type of respect they have when you call their fucking department. At Kohl's? No, not Kohl's. Do you know what I'm saying? What the fuck is going on? And then the level of bullshit is ironic. Because where you always fucking start is where they want to fucking throw you, which is goddamn fucking where they want to keep you. Well, what I'll tell you about fucking fuckism is when you say that word enough, it doesn't really matter what they think. Because the irony is, you don't get defined by what you do. You get defined by what you've done. And at the end of done is a couple things. It's an N and an E. But at the beginning, there's a circle. And like I said about getting around Pythagoras, people always want that circle to end. The interesting thing is, it doesn't. So when I say that we're just getting going, and I say that, this was me a little pissed off, it's bullshit because the funny thing is, I just always get so pissed off at the goddamn fucking world and what goes on in my life. And the thing is that a lot of people are bad people. But, I suppose I should try to be a little bit nicer sometimes, and I'm trying to, but it's frustrating. And frankly, I think the irony is that I've just had a lot stolen from me, and so I'm still, I can't go off of anything in life, of anything. So I get just so frustrated, and if I had to break it out in details, to get frustrated right now, I gotta go get a haircut, but I keep taking my hat off, but I need to stop swearing so much, don't I? Anyways, the fact that people are stealing like my guitar videos, like they're not showing up on flipping YouTube, they're showing up on YouTube, they're not showing up on TikTok, they're not showing up on anything. I have so many things like that I've been doing, and they're like hiding it, or they're encoding it, they're fucking taking it, they're stealing my money. I have a website, and I posted stuff about cauliflower rice. That was a really great thing that I like because I know how to lose weight. I'm pretty like nutrition. They delete it, fucking idiots. And then goddamn people do that with my guitar videos. They've done it like multiple times with other things, and it's evil. So, and then it's just ridiculous. And so I literally have 15 companies at this point that have really violated my rights, and I have all the proof for them. And then people hacking into my phones, hacking into my stuff. They stole money from me. I've been moving the markets like goddamn, well, Mark Saylor, talked to him about it. But just go look at my freaking post. I predicted it yesterday. I said it was going to be a 52 minus plus. This is what I was feeling. I wasn't even thinking about the markets when I said it. And then I was like, well, it's going to be down plus day. And then the irony is that we were literally taking troops over to Iran. And then it's crazy because it's like, who would think that the markets would be up on a day that you took 300,000 troops to Iran? Well, my brain did, so that's what I said. I posted it, and it happened. And then I also had just finally hit the goddamn target for 75,000 for Bitcoin, and then I said, that's really the target, and then holy shit, it went right the fuck back up, 7% up. Well, and then I posted the thing about the Brazilian real, which you would have made $80 million if you would have taken that trade. But, it's ironic, what sometimes people are able to do, but the irony is what they still don't ever fucking give you. But that's where I again say, the military is a fucking organization. And the interesting thing is, this country means nothing if it doesn't act on its principles. And being related to, yes, William Bradford, first governor, I'm also related to Dwight W.E. Eisenhower, one of the presidents. I'm also related to Gerald Ford. And I'm a direct descendant of William Bradford. Eisenhower's like a fourth cousin or something. My grandmother used to have a letter. I think she said she still has it. So that her grandmother was given. But I'm not going to talk about those things. What I'm going to also mention, though, is before I transition, one thing is, hey, the cool thing also is believe it or not, I've posted about this a dozen times. You probably already know it, but it's interesting. What's her name? The king abdicated the throne. One of my aunts apparently drew the line for that, and saw it. Pretty cool, all the way back. And that's my great aunts. But that's it's fascinating. But it's not Wallace Simpson. Is her name? I always can't remember that, but it's fascinating how that works with people. It's like, interestingly enough, plenty of people are like, well, I'm related to this and I'm related to that. And here's what I will tell you. People want you to be how they see you, okay? And then when you, in reality, are a lot different how they see you, you don't have to be how they think you are. Some people have a problem with that. Isn't that funny? Because really, whoever you are is actually who you choose. Now, that's Warren Buffett. I worked for him for 4 years at Geico. Yes, they violated policy at Geico. But Warren Buffett's an ethical man. And he posted something almost immediately after I originally posted that. And he sent it out to his shareholders when I first started on Twitter. That meant something to me. And so I'm trying not to keep some of that alive. But it still more or less has defined my life as it continues to progress in these situations. With the other things, these other companies. And the list continues to grow. I can't begin to tell you about what happened with GoDaddy. It's just like, do you really want me to do that with the S&P, my friend? It just got on the S&P. Really? You know, I don't want to do that, you know, but it's like, my bad, you know, but that's a lot of times how it is, and people just don't know about it. The Kansas City flipping Chiefs, well, they knew about it. It's like a pocket of energy. That's again, that thing in my pocket with NASA. It's called, well, that's a phone. If I had to tell you about the zip zap of a zap code down goddamn 3-2 flipping 1, the rockets going off of fucking holy shit of Upworld, well, frankly, if there's a correlation pattern down fucking 97 ass 3364th Street, that's up straight to fucking Gordon Ramsay down fucking shit assism of perfect stuff, who's a goddamn fucking friend over there. And that's right, fucking Harris, your only last goddamn chance of getting out of your shit zone. Now, that's sometimes the level of how my world works, but it's called a crypto pattern down Hedge Street of why Bitcoin freaked out when I told him that I accidentally made a really good observation on potentially how to break the freaking SHA 250 whatever 6 hash. But I did actually, and then it tanked for like December 2018. But it's happened multiple times, so with things like that. But I don't really care what people think. It's just, it's entertainingly funny that goes on, you know. So, well, this has been a little bit of a live version. The other content, you know, what I'll tell you is there's a funny thing about people in the world that are doing things that they shouldn't be. So if I sound like a complete frog cake, you'll know that they're doing something, because you know that that's not how I sound. But I mean, maybe I do sound a little bit like a frog cake, but no, I don't. But I mean, if I go with my voice, I mean, I have a really good voice, you know. So but that's again where the funny thing about what they do with codecs is it's kind of like Mr. Premier's over there like, God damn it. Well, Mr. Premier, you can sit the fuck down if you don't want goddamn national fucking war, you know? It's kind of funny, but he probably does, ironically enough. Wants to show off a couple of his cool weapons. Well, cool. What, you want to just beat us with women? Well, you maybe could. I think it's respectable that you have a great army of women. But the irony is they all look the same. That's a little mean, you know? Don't they want some individuality? Or what the hell are you doing over there? That's called what? Oh, yeah, right, communism. Spreading out the goddamn looks across the whole goddamn populace. If that's not fucking weird, I don't know what it is. But that's what they're doing. Well, unfortunately, maybe you hadn't thought about it like that, but that is why you all look the same. So, fascinating, isn't it? But anyways, that's what our country stands for, is not a little bit of individuality. And you know what they're always trying to break is, well, the Constitution. And last time I checked, no, Trump, that's not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. So, funny. But that's the thing that I couldn't believe is, you know, he's, again, I'm not trying to vouch specifically for anybody. And I'm not trying to say that Trump's doing something that's terribly wrong, but I'm saying that there are things that some of them have done that aren't great. But it's, you know, he's a good man, I think, for the most part. And that's just what I believe. I think he's a good man. But I mean, again, I think it's, you know, you have to choose to always see the best in people. And I think there's a lot of people out there, you know, like maybe like a Nancy, you know, maybe wouldn't trust Donald Trump, you know. But I think there's always times where there's a lot of people, you can't trust anybody. But, you know, Nancy seems like a nice gal. That's what I say, you know. And I know Janet. You know Janet? I liked used to go to the EIA meetings. You guys all knew this, did you? No, I didn't. But, I mean, you know how it is. But, again, I'm a kind of like like an Alan Greenspan. You can call me like up the level of a Lavelle, of a Lavel. Do you know what that is? A Lavelle of a Lavel? Well, it's like a flip-flap ladder down a flippin', not an adder. It's the cross pattern down the center of the fucking flat plane. In Kansas with Josh, right in the center of all of it. Funny, isn't it? Now, that is my world, and then I'll tell you, if you think this is ChatGPT, I will break out and say, there's no chance. You want to see my passport or something? ID? No, I'm joking. This is a live conversation back with what I think you're going to say. You get it? Okay. So I find it funny it's not ChatGPT that people would think that. So. All right. Ooh, interestingly enough, the world is still round. I'm just having a good day today. This is sometimes how I like to talk and have a conversation that's entertaining. So, but if you knew that if I was specifically going to have a conversation with you and read the chat, it would be different. But what's interesting is the developmental land of exactly all of that you don't know. That's what it's about. Is finally and flippity like a bird outside that's chirping, and a plane and a road. Hello, it just flew by the road. And then when I tell you that there's a world that you don't know about, down a cross pattern of a flip plane, of a flap flap, of a chirp chirp, and a holy flip, did you figure it out? You out there. Now, I hope you all have a nice day. This has been another day with the Josh World, and I'll probably be back in my life, live, laugh, of a fun way. But when I tell you that all these things are true, and there's a lot of weird things in the world, it's interesting because I'm going to go right back there and say, the birds are chirping, it is a good morning, and just like that, you saw a cross pattern down the flip-flap of the lost phrase of not floss, because the truth is, Jesus already fucking died, my friend. I'm goddamn with, well, not like that, but we're not ending it like that. But anyways, that's what you like to think, Mr. Nazi. And frankly, what I tell you, my friend, is that was funny of a funny phrase. And I'll tell you what it was funny. But my friend, you're not my friend. Okay, get it? Idea. Oh my God. All right, this is going to be a relaxed moment. I got to fucking end this. I'm tired. And God damn it, I just like fucking screwed up my shit. But sometimes that happens, you know, in a performance, you know? Let me check my notes. 1 second. Can you give me my index card, please? Thanks. Great. 1 second, guys. Getting back in the... Okay, we're back. See how it is? It's kind of funny. But you know, that's when you realize that Josh can turn it off. Or he can turn it back on. Or really, but no. The real truth is, you evil Nazis and you evil people. And whatever you think you can read into, what you think is this. People tried to kill me like Jesus. They wanted to define me like Jesus. They wanted to define you however they wanted to define you. The irony is, it still was I that made the fucking billions and fucking, well, just over $1 trillion. And I don't expect you to believe me. I don't, trust me. But then when I go there, Mr. Premier, he bends his knee a little bit. He's just a little sad. It's kind of funny. He does. And then when I tell you that, you know, when I said something and then about the Pope on TikTok, they goddamn stormed the fucking area over in Italy. I don't know why, but they did the day after. Or when I said something about how I thought that Donald Trump, and, well, Mr. King Charles, my friend, with the Gordon Ramsay, I said that I thought it'd be great if they got together and had chuck steak, like King Chuck, you know what I'm saying? That's what I said. And then when I say that I also, well, have a relative kind of like that, well, I won't go into details because you don't need to know about that. But it's interesting because, you know, that is a good way to say that I like Ludovico Einaudi. He's a good player. And no, I didn't just say that. I'm not going to say it because that's not how it's pronounced. But shit. But anyways, there you go. A pocket of gold to go along with my music. But then I say, the truth is, we're still leaving another man out. And he's also very talented. But the interesting thing about life is that those of you who are thieves are quickly not going to have a way around. Okay? And we're not talking about, like, small thievery, which isn't good, of course. But we're talking about you who steal lots of money. Do you know why? Ironically enough, do you know how many series these idiots, with what they created? Do you know why? They poisoned me. And the funny thing is, the military is with me. Because I'm the only one that actually follows one thing. And what is that? Ethics. And I'm also the one that actually Ripley's, well, nobody's like, yeah, Ripley's, believe it or not, you know? And I'm kind of like, well, believe it or not, when I was 10 years old, I looked in a fucking mirror and they said, if you could do this, you're in the fucking 0.001%. And the thing is I could do it. It's interesting. So that is, my friends, where, believe it or not, you realize that suddenly, I don't frankly care at this point what you think. That's what they told me. And that's what I am. I'm a fucking piece of shit. Hard ass. Goddamn. Fucking great. Holy shit. Did you turn that word around? Fucking genius. right? My name's Josh David. I messed it up. It's Joshua David Montague. And I'm a Montague, related to a lot of cool people and the inventor of the sandwich, who also actually happened to be kind of like a member of the military. And that's right. I've been talking with General Flynn a little bit indirectly. I'm an indirector. What I do, okay? Do you know about an indirector? Check on Twitter. It's cool. But that's right, Mr. Flynn. We got it under control. But yeah, and Mr. Premier, you can sit the fuck down. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and about that thing with the movies. I didn't really fucking like that, dumbass. And you're lying about my fucking videos. And then I'm going to say, okay, they're closing the door a little bit because. But okay, I respect you, sir. No, you're a good man. I think you're a good man. But this is in Josh world, in the Josh world, in the life, liberty of all that, well, the flip half of a world flippity. I don't really care what you think. But, my friends, we're going to go ahead and call this a day. We'll maybe be on here in a little bit. Okay? Have a nice rest of your day. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. It's been a fantastic day. Long live life, laughter, liberty, and whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? All right. Talk to you later. Okay?